First of all, I apologize that I took so long to do another episode. I'm going to talk about hair and hair loss for women. And if you watched one of my previous episodes where I talked about my trip to El Salvador, and when I went there, I grew so much hair. And I literally didn't lose a single hair when I was there for 7 days. And I, unfortunately, had a situation when I came back that was unexpected, and I will go into this, it's a personal story. I ended up randomly, not randomly, but unexpectedly, losing blood. Now, when you lose blood, as I have been digging into extensively, you lose charge and your ability to make your own light, which is really important. And it's something I will get into later. But because of that, I have been losing crazy amounts of hair, since that point that I'm trying to fix. And I'm going to take you through, step by step, as I go through this, my journey in trying to get more hair back. So I'm trying all sorts of crazy things. Now, because my environment is already, as good as it's going to get until I move, because I'm in the process of moving, and because I'm actually leaving again for El Salvador, and I'll be there for almost a month. So that's obviously going to help me grow my hair. But for those of you who don't have that opportunity and don't have the ability to go on vacation, perhaps, I'm going to figure out how to grow my hair. And I'll let you know what my thoughts are. So there's a little bit of research on cleavage product of alpha MSH that I'm going to be digging into. So stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe. Like this video so you get alerted when I do a video on that. And I'm going to be trying a couple things. So I've been in the past on bioidentical hormones, little precursor hormones specifically curated to me, and I'm eliminating those. I'm eliminating them because I didn't need them in El Salvador, and they are really just masking my environment. And in order to help more women get bigger results without doing or touching bioidenticals, I'm testing my saliva hormone levels, my blood hormone levels, and I'm going to increase my progesterone to estradiol ratio, which is a very good indicator of hormone health as far as a simple indicator goes. And I'm lowering something called sex hormone binding globulin by using cold therapy. And I'm experimenting, recently had success with clients who weren't able to take it to the next step, stuck in their environments, who used hydrogen water, specifically Dr. Water, hydrogen water bottles, because I always want to keep in mind my client's budget. And I'm always looking for something that's more accessible to as many people as possible. And some hydrogen water bottles can run up there in price. And this one in particular is very affordable, and it worked really well. The clients that bought it, my clients that bought it, and they used it, they really felt it. They felt the effects. So I'm going to be experimenting with that myself. And I've also been very awkwardly trying to use my light panel on my head, which is more difficult than it sounds because I have a smaller light panel because I like to use it for hormone health. So I like to use it on my pelvis. And that's why I have a smaller one. And that makes it very difficult to do my head. So I'm going to be experimenting with that. The other thing is I am experimenting with rosemary oil for my hair, but I've been doing that for a little bit and I haven't seen any difference in hair loss at all. So I'm not entirely too convinced, given that it's a topical effect and I'm rubbing it on my scalp. I have a feeling that I would have seen moderate improvement relatively quickly, and I'm not. I'm also going to be thinking outside the box and looking for anything that seems relatively, let's say, mundane. So not that it's going to be harmful, but maybe I don't understand how it works or why it would work, or it sounds kind of cuckoo-ish to me and I would try it. I'll try anything for hair. The other thing is I've been using reverse osmosis water for the cleanest filtered water possible, and I add salt. Usually add fleur de sel, French salt to it. And now I'm adding lemon or lime, just a couple of drops in my water bottle to try to increase the amount of light that I can absorb. And I'm increasing my cold therapy because I dropped it down a bit, had nothing to do with health, just life got away from me, I guess. So I'm kicking it back up to, 40 minutes at least every other day in 15-degree water or 55 degrees Fahrenheit. I was doing more than that back last year. So I'm definitely going to be kicking that back up because now you might be thinking, why would I do 100 million things instead of do one thing to actually see what works? Because let's be honest, I'm well aware that I probably need to do 5 to 10 different things at the same time to see results, given all of the things that I'm already doing. And because at the moment I'm in Canada, where the UV index is rapidly dropping and the angle of the sun is rapidly lowering, which means my ability to absorb light from it is rapidly diminishing. And I need to replenish all of this light ability that I lost as fast as possible because I like my hair. And also because I'm very curious to see, by stopping the bioidenticals, so I was on pregnenolone, an occasional dose of DHEA, and bioidentical progesterone, that by stopping them, what am I going to be able to do to my hormones using other therapies? Now, ideally, I would use the deuterium depleted water. But because I want to see how accessible I can make this, and deuterium depleted water is more expensive and not super accessible, that's the reason why I want to test out hydrogen water. Not the same thing at all, don't get me wrong. They are different, but I'm experimenting. So we're going to see what happens with that. Also wanted to give you some news and updates on my YouTube channel and all of these things. So my podcast, The Decentralized Mind, is going to be launching in a few weeks. I will be releasing the exact date. The episodes, they're video episodes. They're going to be here. They're going to be on Spotify. They're going to be pushed out to whatever is the most common platforms right now. And I already recorded some awesome episodes with great guests, and I'm getting a nice, chunk there because I'm going to be releasing them every week once they go out without fail. So I'm lining up my guests and ducks in a row so I have a good series of episodes on auto run for you, while everything else in my business is also extremely busy. And also I am going to be experimenting the difference between improving hormones with red and infrared light panel on its own, because here in Canada right now, until I go on vacation and I move, I'm not going to be experiencing a stronger sun. So to hack it, of course not as optimal as going on vacation, but to hack it, I'm going to be comparing the red and infrared to EMR Tech's Krypton series, the red infrared UVA, UVB together, to see how doing that, because I've already done consistent 30 days, no hormones with the red light, and seen what that does for me. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the infrared, the Krypton series from EMR Tech. So I'm really excited about that because I'm a huge fan of Krypton series. But I was just in the habit of using the red one for a while, so I'm going to be switching over. And if you're interested in finding out what happens and whether or not I get to grow my hair back, and whether or not I can do that before I get to El Salvador for almost a month, and whether or not I get to keep my results while I'm here in Canada, northern latitude, and through the winter, please like, subscribe, tell me your comments, tell me what you think, and I promise I'm not going to be diddly-daddling for the next episode, and it'll be coming out very soon and next week. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment this video, tell me what your thoughts are. That really helps me make these episodes so they benefit you.